Welcome to another episode of Hoop and Sports Talk for Days. I go by the name of Omar. Also go by the name of Old Izzy. So just call me Old Izzy. Appreciate you guys for tapping back in. And I'm back at it with another episode here for your sports talk. Here for, giving you guys my wisdom. And if you don't know me by now, you can get caught up real fast. Or if you just look at the bottom of that screen right there and go to all my YouTube videos, my shorts, my, things that I've edited, things that we've worked on, previous episodes. It's all in there, man. It's all in there. Just check it out. You know what I'm saying? Also check this episode out and enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? We finna get to it. And, welcome. Appreciate you guys for tapping in like always. Much respect. And getting right to it, the NBA Cup. The NBA Cup been, I was pretty critical of it. I mean, I just don't like when the game is taken away by so much theatrics. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you know what I'm saying, with the court is cool and everything, but just so many logos, so much endorsements, so many things is distracting from the actual game. But I will say that the games have been pretty lit though, and so it does add a good dimension to it. I see what they're trying to do, and yeah, I mean the teams that are kind of in it, I don't feel like those are the teams that really not like. Majority of them, I don't feel like those are the title contenders, except yesterday there was a good game between Dallas Mavs and OKC Thunder. Those are two definite title contenders. I feel like in the Western Conference, both of those teams, got a chance to really make some noise. And, yeah, I mean, Oklahoma City got the better of Dallas. They went on a big run, kind of close throughout the first half, second, third quarter. OKC went up 17-18. Mavs closed it, but just not enough power for the Mavs. Luka didn't ball like how Luka does. I think he had like 16, Kyrie 17. So obviously when your best two scorers only provide that much points and Shea goes off for 39 points, you're probably going to lose. But I mean, I do like what the Mavs have looked like, with Najee Marshall. And Gafford, Prosper gave him pretty good minutes. Of course, Kyrie, Luka's back. They got a good team, man. Mavs got a really good team. I like what they're doing. I like what Oklahoma City's doing. They got Shea, they got Dort, Chet's hurt, but they'll get him back. Jalen Williams, they got Cason Wallace. A lot of star power on that team. That's emerging. I like their coach. It's just gonna be a matter of, are they ready, or are they going to always look like they're not ready? I mean, team-wise, yes. But when you get into a 7-game series and the game slows down, are they going to be able to do it? So we'll see. We'll see. I think Dallas Mavs' name gotten thrown out there a lot with trade debate. I don't know if they're, because if they make a good trade, they're right there. I mean, they're already there, but like I've been hearing Herb Jones. I've been hearing Jimmy B, who I'm going to get into here in a minute. Do they try that, or what do they do? Because right now they're on the verge of right where one of the best teams in the Western Conference. I think them and Oklahoma City, and I mean, Houston's played good. I don't know about them yet. So Phoenix is inconsistent. Lakers are what they are. So those are the best two teams right now, even if Mavs' record isn't one of the best. Minnesota, Memphis, got to throw them names out there. I like what Minnesota's looked better. I like what Memphis is doing. They blew the game last week against the Mavs in the NBA Cup. But with Ja back, with Marcus Smart, I don't know what he doing. I ain't going to lie. Jaren Jackson, they got some hoopers. Aldama. They got some players on that team that could really go. So we'll see. They don't have Edie yet. He's been hurt. When he comes back, he'll give them another presence. So Memphis is gritty. They're definitely a team to watch out for. The Lakers, 13-11 right now, 24 games in. The Lakers, damn, That's not really what you thought you would want to see out of the Lakers. Definitely thought they'd be a little bit better. They started off really well, and then they dropped 2-7 in their last 9 games. It's not gonna cut it. Same kind of problems. Defense slow. They don't get back on D. They're not scoring the ball enough. And so things like that is just really, really been a problem with the Lakers. Obviously, they're not getting any bench production really. Rui, Russell, inconsistent. Same kind of script with the Lakers. Hopefully, in the trade market, they can make some real noise. Maybe go get a Valanciunas. Maybe get a Vucevic from Chicago. Because they really need a big man and they really need a guard that can hoop. Those are 2 things they really need. And they need to try to package them picks they got, first-round picks, into something that could be special. So, yeah, Lakers, I don't know. It's the same kind of story. We got Anthony Davis and Bron. Seems like it might be his last year or next year. I'm not one of those guys that says let's Bron go right away, but it's just like I don't feel like we're going to really grow as a team until Bron is gone. And that's just my opinion. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's just the truth. It's just like we need new change, new blood, new youth. The NBA's youth and athleticism. And Bron, he going to give you like a game or 2 or 3 streak where he going crazy. But it's just them games where he's playing back-to-back that you could really start seeing the wear and tear that the game is taking on his body. And it seems like every time he's not hooping, AD follows suit. It's like if Bron drowns in the ocean, instead of saving Bron, AD's going to drown in the ocean too. If Bron jumps off a high-rise building, says fuck it, AD jumps off the high-rise building, says fuck it too. Like, damn, bro, we need you to not say fuck it. We need you to actually, when he's doing something wrong, you hoop. Like, that's the part of being a great player. Like, when Bron and D-Wade were duo, when Bron sucked, D-Wade picked him up, bro. You know what I'm saying? When Shaq and Kobe were the duo, vice versa, they picked each other up. You see that with Luka and Kyrie now. One of them's not playing good, other picks him up. Don't tell me about Anthony Davis' statistics. His statistics are always good. I'm talking about crucial moments and crucial times. Anthony Davis don't live it up. And hey, man, I'm telling you what I see with my 2 eyes. I watch the Lakers every time they play. You guys casuals when it comes to the Lakers trying to tell me what is going on with the Lakers. That's what I'm telling you. We need AD to really be a leader. But I don't think really, honestly, I think this is just who AD is because we've been harping on this for 4 years, 3-4 years. It's been the same thing. So I don't think AD is really going to give you too much more. That's why we got to get another, somebody that could really, really produce. But it's just a tough time, when you got an organization like the Lakers. Jeannie Buss, she ain't it. Rob Pelinka don't seem like he want to do nothing anymore. So I don't know. But, I mean, one trade could fix that, One good, solid trade could bring in the dynamic of a player or 2 that we need, and we could be right back in the thick of things. But until then, we're just a playing team. So we'll see. The Warriors, they 14-9. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. They play in better than kind of I thought, but they're definitely missing something. I don't feel like, Wiggins is a little inconsistent. Kuminga, now they want to put him in the starting lineup. Maybe they can get some real production. I know he's doing solid. He's averaging 15.3 points a game, but some real production. I know Steph was out of the lineup for a while, so you got to give them grace there. But I don't know. I said my top 3 teams is like the OKCs, the Mavs, the Grizzlies. And I know Rockets are playing really well. Houston, I'm shouting them out. But I just don't know if that'll last. Still think they're a little too young. Need to get some more veterans in there. Yeah. I saw something about Bron going to the Warriors again. Same thing happened last year. Same rumor spread. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem realistic. It just seems like y'all are throwing something at the wall and hoping that it sticks. But, yeah, Bron, going to the Warriors, I don't know about that. I really just don't know if that's gonna happen because you got to see. They got some young players there, and who are we gonna get back? I mean, I don't know, shit. But I feel like Braun's body language is like, if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, hey, I need to be on a winning organization. But bruh, we got you here to win, fam. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? 2020 bubble, we won, but it hasn't hit like that ever since 2020. So I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. If you ask me, I just think that's just some rumors. I think Braun plays out this year, and he sees how he feels if he wants to come back another year or if this is his last run. But on the Warriors side, they need to make a trade. Maybe go get Jimmy Butler too. Maybe he's a suitor. I know Jimmy B and the Miami Heat. That is something that they definitely are trying to see about. Miami are 12-10, another team that's always teetering. But man, Tyler Hero's been balling this year. He's averaging like 24 points a game on 63% from the field. That's a great thing. Bam hasn't been really Bam, but they still got players in there. Rozier's back in the lineup. Duncan Robinson's still there. Do I feel like that he can make a run? Yes. But you don't know what they want to do with Jimmy Butler. If they do trade him to a team and a team gives up assets, you are risking that because from what I've read upon, he has the right after this season to decline any other. He has a player option, so basically he could turn into a free agent. You're basically betting, can you re-sign him? And Jimmy Butler is a tricky person to bet on because Jimmy Butler give you the middle finger real fast. And I fuck with Jimmy Butler. He's a hell of a player, but his resume has shown if he ain't feeling something, he'll definitely dip out on your ass. And I know he ain't really feeling Pat Riley not giving him a real big contract like he probably wanted. So I don't know. You got like Grizzlies could go try to trade for him. Maybe the Mavs. I don't. But you're risking if you trade for him, or do Miami just ride it out for this season and kind of lose him for nothing after the year? It's something that I'm kind of interested in, but Jimmy Butler's a hell of a player. I think Miami, if they could stick it out this year and try to stay healthy, they got an opportunity to really make it to the finals because I know the Celtics are really, really tough, and I know the Cavaliers are playing really well, and I know the New York Knicks have been really good this year. Well, they've been solid, but they've showed that they'll be there at the end, probably, with Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson. But the door is more wide open. Milwaukee's not all that. Philly's not all that. Miami's got an opening if they could really get it together, but it seems like something's always off with them. They give me Lakers vibes of the East, but Lakers in the West, like something just always iffy. That's why you got to bet on teams that are connected, a la Celtics, a la Cavs, a la, the Warriors. They stay connected. Mavs, Oklahoma City. Those teams, at least they don't fucking break down when they lose a game. Like Lakers lost by 40-something to Miami. I know it's one game, but that just shows that you're not connected because you're not supposed to ever lose a game with 48 minutes by 43-something points, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild, bro. That is wild. So, yeah, that's why, Brandon Ingram, another trade piece I've been hearing his name. I don't know what the hell the Pelicans are doing. It seems like everybody in that organization gets hurt. It seems McCollum hurt, Zion hurt, Brandon Ingram hurt, DeJounte Murray got hurt, Herb Jones got hurt. Another trade guy. Herb Jones would be a great addition to a team. Bring him to the Lakers. But it seems like the Pelicans, they stay hurt, bro. I don't know what's going on with the Pelicans, but the training staff might need to be evaluated over there because it seems like everybody that's there or the water that's in the air over there in Louisiana, I don't know what the fuck going on, but everybody gets hurt when they go to the Pelicans. They are like a cursed organization. But they do got some players that if you trade to another team could help another team. Brandon Ingram, I know he wants to get paid. Herb Jones, he's a really good 3-and-D. And yeah, so we'll see. Shit. I'm sure they don't mind getting off of Zion, but I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I think December 15th coming up is the first day that you could start making trades. So we have to see. Jokic has been putting up incredible numbers, still MVP like, but the Nuggets are still mid, giving up KCP, giving up some of the players that they've had in the past. Seems like that really haunted them. I know they got Russ, and I know Braun on their team, Brown, whatever his name. And, some of the players they got, but like, what's his name? Jamal Murray hasn't been hitting like he used to. Michael Porter Jr., he's inconsistent. And Jokic said that, like, maybe they should be like a normal, 9-to-5 person where if they ain't really hooping, they should take their paychecks away and see how they feel about that. Damn, I know his teammates ain't really feeling that comment, but that is like the best player in the league, almost the best player on your team. So when he says something like that after a loss to the Wizards, you definitely need a. I mean, that's just him saying that we aren't that team. I mean, he dropped 56 against the Wizards, and they lost to the Wizards, who had dropped 16 in a row. That's crazy. Jokic said, basically, these boys shouldn't even be getting paid out here. And they don't like to hear that shit in the league. You're talking about messing with their money. Money talks. Time is money. So I don't know how Jamal Murray took that. I don't know how Aaron Gordon took that. Those are Michael Porter Jr. took that. Those are like you're supposed to be leaders. And Jokic basically calling them out saying they ain't talking about shit. So I don't know. Nuggets, something's off with them. If they play the Lakers, they usually bust our ass because AD and us big men, we ain't got nothing for Jokic. But when they play against grittier teams like the Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Mavericks, they showing signs of struggle. So I don't think, I think they're a team that need to make a trade, if you want me to be honest. But I'm not a Nuggets fan. I'm just telling you how I feel. Denver. But, yeah. The Knicks, I said it. I already talked about them. They've looked really well. I mean, at times looked really well. At times looked shitty. But I must confess, Karl Anthony Towns has been playing at an elite all-star level. It seems like he's embracing the New York role. And that's what you got to do when you're in New York. You got to embrace it because the fan base will turn on you quickly. They're like the Philly of the NFL. In New York, in the NBA, the Knicks. So he's been balling. He was pointing at his jersey saying it's New York and I've grown up. And I respect that. He's been balling. But it's interesting to see what happens when they get to the playoffs. But Jalen Brunson's kind of let him do his thing. And it's been a good look. The only thing I always say about the Knicks is Thibodeau, their coach, Tom Thibodeau, he will run your ass to the ground. I mean, that motherfucker play about 6-7 deep and play you 42 minutes. And then in the playoffs, when they run out of gas, he all looking crazy. Bro, I said it before and I'll say it again. Pace your players when you need them in the playoffs. You got a real shot this year. Don't fuck it up, Thibodeau. This ain't 1990s, bro. 2024, you got to manage them a little bit better. Going into 2025. But I like what the Knicks are doing. I say if I were to give my top 4 teams in the East, Celtics 1. I know the Cavs have been better than the Knicks, but Knicks 2, Cavs 3, and then I'll probably throw in like the 4th. Miami will be in the mix, but right now I'm going to say Orlando, even though they got a lot of injuries with the Wagner brother, the good one, Franz, getting hurt. And Banchero still hurt. But I watched them against the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday, and they really got a good team. They're deep, young, athletic. They really listen to their coach. That's what you want. They have experience from last year. If they can get Wagner back and Banchero back eventually, like in the middle of the season and gel, they're a team to look out for. So shout out to the Magic. I like what they're doing. But, yeah, I mean, shit, Pacers suck this year. Hornets, they stay. They need to see what's up. LaMelo need to request a trade, but they ain't gonna trade him. Yeah, the Sixers, Joel Embiid, that's a shit show from the beginning of the year. Paul George, that's a shit show. I mean, he got paid all that money, and he hasn't even – I don't even know when he plays anymore. I don't even know. I need alerts on my phone when them motherfuckers are going to play. Shit. I need a, Amber Alert whenever Joel Embiid and Paul George are on the court. I need a, for real. This shit needs to be when we are asleep and the child missing. You feel me? The child missing. I need that type of alert when I find out that Joel Embiid is playing, because I don't ever know when that man is playing. I'm going to be honest with you. One game he plays, next game he doesn't. 3 games he doesn't, 4 games he does. Bro, I don't know what to tell you, Sixers fans, but that team is a real, real mess. For real. And Milwaukee, I'll say about the Milwaukee Bucks, because this is another team that I have to talk about, because I feel like this is a team that we thought was going to make it to the title. You feel me? They got Dame Dollar and Giannis, 2 of the best players in the league. But I just don't feel, watching the Milwaukee Bucks, they play too much one-on-one. Way, way too much one-on-one. And I know the NBA is a one-on-one game, but when I say one-on-one, I'm talking about Dame Dollar's cooking, boom, 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 dribbling, having to hit a tough-ass shot. Giannis is running through 50 million people like the road runner and scoring. There's no fluidity in their offense, and Middleton, his knees look shot, his ankle, whatever, his legs, he don't look like Chris Middleton. I'm going to be honest. Milwaukee, I'm here to break it down to you. Y'all ain't going to make it. I'm telling you right now. I've been watching. I know y'all been winning some games lately, feeling good about yourselves, but it's fool's gold against non-competitive real teams. Magic had their best 2 players out yesterday and still almost beat y'all. I don't like what I'm seeing. I like the white boy A.J. Green. He could shoot the shit out of the ball, but I don't like what I'm seeing from the Milwaukee Bucks. It's just too much one-on-one. They really, they take the air out of the rock with how much they dribble that bitch. Damn. I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, maybe they can get it together, but I don't know. Other than Dame and Giannis, Portis comes out sometimes. Middleton's still trying to get adjusted. They don't really have another, real bona fide hooper. I don't see what the Magic. The Bucks. I think if they played the Knicks in a series, the Knicks going to really beat them, for real. Right now, these days, you got to have 3 or 4 players that can hoop. In OKC, you got Shea, you got Jalen Williams, shit. Chet, when he comes back Holmgren, shit. Even Dort's giving you some points. They got production left and right. About 5, 6 players could get them 11 to 12 points, other than their main players. Mavs, I said already, same thing. Memphis, same thing. You need to have 3 or 4 players that you could pass the rock to, and then when your stars need to be stars. Lakers, that's the problem. They top heavy as shit. They rely too much on their 2 stars. One of them is aging. The other one is a 30-year-old going on 60. You feel me? So that's what I'm trying to say. You got to have some players that, boom, boom. And that's what I like about the Magic. That's what I like about Cleveland Cavaliers, with Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. They got some hoopers, bro. That's what you got to have. You got to have some hoopers. We shall see. If you ask me who's going to win the NBA Cup, I'm going to have to say Oklahoma City's going to win it. They're going to play the winner of Golden State and Houston. I think Houston win that today, and then I think Oklahoma City take down Houston Rockets. And in the East, it's going to be Milwaukee. And the winner of Knicks and Hawks, I think Knicks win today, even though Ice Trader gang, that boy dangerous against the Knicks. So it's kind of got to be cautious. But I think Knicks win, and then I think Knicks take down Milwaukee for the East. And then in the West, I think Oklahoma City take down Houston in a clash between Oklahoma City and New York Knicks for the championship for the NBA Cup. I think OKC take it. So that's my opinion right there of all basketball talk for now, trade deadline, teams that are hot, Lakers struggling, Jimmy B, Miami Heat trade, OKC got real title hopes. Grizzlies is, a team to look out for. The Magic are on the come up. So, yeah, I just really feel like, the Knicks could do something too, and we'll see. But, yeah, check it out. That's a basketball segment for today. We're going to go right into it because we ain't got time to waste, but I'm giving you some news you can use. To the NFL. The NFL, we got the Eagles. I mean, it's been a talk of town. Philadelphia Eagles win, but, they got some controversy. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They looking at each other like they ain't clicking. They're 11-2. They're a really good team. I don't know. I mean, is it media? Is it really internal? I feel like the media could blow things out of proportion, but I do see the kind of, what can I say, kind of like confusion on offense. They're not really throwing the ball well. Jalen Hurts got 2,600 yards so far. It's not crazy for 13 games. That's not like throwing it out the water. He's got a good passer rating, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I'm not saying Jay Hurts is playing bad. He's a winner. I respect his game, but I don't think they're throwing the ball how AJ Brown, my bad, once, and Devontae Smith won. So I really don't know. I mean, they got Barkley, you know what I'm saying? He's been balling, but I just feel like whenever they ask you something like that, AJ, and you say what's going on right now, and you say the offense, you're really pointing the finger at the quarterback, brother. And your quarterback kind of looking at you like, all right, that's how you feel? Well, fuck you then. He ain't say it, but he going to show it. You kind of don't want that. I don't think that's a big-ass deal. I still think the Eagles and the Lions are the best two teams in the NFC, but I think you don't want to build that bad blood because as soon as something goes wrong where y'all lose and y'all ain't producing, then everybody going to point it at that. So you kind of want to keep that in-house. I'm sure they're professional. I mean, they're the ones that are in the fire. I'm just the guy that yaps and sits there and talks on a microphone. What do I know, right? All righty. But I'm just saying you kind of want to keep that in-house. Saquon balling. Their defense is balling. They play the Steelers this week. So if they beat the Steelers and take down Russell Wilson, who some people I know absolutely love, he's doing really well this year. But, I mean, they done crowned his ass like he's the MVP. He's solid. He's doing good. But if Philly could win, I think that that'll quiet things down a little because Steelers are a really good team, 10-3 versus 11-2, and keep Philly rolling. Detroit Lions, steady rolling. They coming off a really good win against the Green Bay Packers last Thursday. I mean, I like what Dan Campbell doing. I like the fact that he's, taking the risks. But I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, brother, if you playing the Eagles in a situation in the playoffs or playing a tough-ass Vikings team and you do some shit like this, or the Rams who have caught a little bit of steam, it could come back and haunt you. You don't really necessarily – I mean, I love that he's gambling on 4th and 3, 4th and 2, but, man, bro, that's a lot of risk. I'm going to be honest with you. He put all his chips on the table, and he gambles. So I respect that. But you got to still make it situational, Dan Campbell. Don't get out of character in the playoffs and go crazy more and more and more. It can hurt you. But, I mean, I know the Lions fans are probably like, that's what we do. That's how we win. But the playoffs last year, it beat you in the ass against the 49ers. So you got to watch it. We'll see. I like Detroit, though. Shout out to Detroit. And then, you know what I'm saying, they balling. They only lost 2. And, I mean, they doing great. The Chiefs only, lost 1 game. It's another thing where they played the Chargers and looked kind of crappy here, crappy there. Their defense is really playing really well, though. Chris Jones is still there. McDuffie's playing really well. They were down 17-16 with 4 minutes left Sunday night, but were able to get the dub because Mahomes makes Mahomes type of plays in the end. Kelsey caught a nice pass to put them in the field goal range. They go for it on 3rd down instead of handing it off. They want to really milk the clock. They get that. because Mahomes does Mahomes like shit, and they hit the goal post and kick the field goal to win. It hits the post and goes in. That's Kansas City type football, man. I don't know how people, like, Kansas City's had so many close games. It feels fake. It really feels like it's not real. But they're winning. I mean, they're winning. If I were to say, I say that Kansas City just fuck it, man. They gonna go again to the championship, Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The way this shit just hit the fan every time they win is crazy. But, like, they got some kind of, how can I say, luck that only happens if you're good. Like, Mahomes has gotten lucky because he's great. I feel like luck only comes to the people that is, like, on the good energy, good vibes. Luck don't come to people just down in the dumps, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned about life. When I'm down, shit, I don't get no luck. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm just trying to make it happen, luck comes my way. I think that's what's happening with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just telling you. It's brother knowledge today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you the truth. So I don't see the Chiefs losing to no Steelers. I don't see the Chiefs losing to no Ravens anymore. I don't see them losing to no dark horse Texans, Houston. I don't see them losing to shit because they're gonna get a bye week and they're gonna only have to win 2 games to go to the Super Bowl again. And if I were to have to bet, I'm gonna say that's gonna happen. Nobody showed me enough yet. Buffalo Bills, another really, really a good team. They lost to the LA Rams 44-42 in a really good game. Josh Allen, MVP. He's probably MVP. Respect to Josh Allen. He's playing great. And even as great as they've looked at times, they still, I don't think, could beat the Chiefs. There's something going on, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But after watching them on Sunday night, they're not like running teams over, but they know how to manage the whole fucking game, and in the last 3, 4, 5 minutes, pull out the dub. So yeah, shout out to the Buffalo Bills. They played a great game against the Rams. I really like what I'm seeing out of Josh Allen. He looks like he's the MVP. LA Rams play the 49ers this Thursday. 49ers gotta have it. They're 6-7. LA Rams are 7-6. That is a very, very tricky game. It's at San Francisco. Teams are coming off a short week. If I had to bet my marbles, I'm going to go with LA Rams, Stafford, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. I just like that dynamic more than Brock Purdy, Jennings. McCaffrey's hurt. Debo ain't. I don't know what's going on. Fred Warner, their linebacker's hurt. They got too many what ifs. So I'm going to have to go with the LA Rams. That's my pick. And, yeah, so, I mean, Steelers and the Eagles, like I said, that's going to be a great game. Lions, Bills. The Packers still in the mix as a dark horse. Got to really, really see, Like I said, I don't know what the Eagles might do, but, I mean, the Eagles are very gritty. They are a very, very gritty team. So, yeah, Josh Allen, Bills covered that. Sleeper teams. The Rams, sleepers. Vikings ain't really sleepers. They only lost twice. Steelers, but I'm talking about when you compare those to the teams that are at the top. And the Chiefs are the Chiefs, bro. So we'll have to see in the NFL. I mean, there's other teams that we could talk about. There's always dark horse teams in the playoffs that come out of nowhere. That's why maybe the Texans, maybe the Packers, Vikings are pretty good. But, like, how do I see these teams in close games beating, like, the Eagles? Or being the Lions? Or how do I see these teams being the Chiefs? Being the Bills? That's why I got the Chiefs in the AFC now. In the NFC, I still stick into Detroit because I know Philly's very, very, very tough, but Detroit showed me the most. But Detroit cannot make those dumbass blunders, keep going for it on fourth, and at the wrong time go for it on fourth and not get it. If they play the Eagles or some team that's real, they'll lose. So they got to keep trying to blow teams out like they kind of been. But, I don't really love them in close games is what I'm trying to say. I know they're winning, but I don't love them in close games like how I would love a Philadelphia Eagles in a close game. They would figure it out, if you want my opinion. But, winding it down, we're saying we got a little bit of time left. I got the playoff has came out, the 12-team playoff. Indiana playing Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame handled them. 10-7 matchup. That's a good matchup. SMU versus Penn State. SMU lost a tough showdown to Clemson. That's a good game right there. I don't really ever really like Penn State or believe in Penn State, but I do think the weather is supposed to be really frigid that day. It's at 11 a.m. kickoff. I'm going to have to stick. I want SMU, but I think Penn State will win. Clemson, Texas. Clemson snuck in there. I'm going to have to go Texas, even though Texas, I don't really like Quentin Ewers like that. He's suspect. Tennessee, Ohio State. I'm going to have to go Ohio State. I know they lost to Michigan. This crazy-ass upset. But Tennessee's tough, but I'm going to have to go Ohio State. And then you still got those, whoever wins from them, got to play Arizona State, Boise State, Oregon, or Georgia. Oregon haven't lost. They've looked excellent. We'll see what happens, We'll have another episode where we break down those matchups of who might play those teams. But in the meantime, I got Ohio State over Tennessee, Texas over Clemson, Indiana, Notre Dame. That's a coin flip, even though I said Notre Dame. SMU, Penn State, coin flip, but I'm going to go Penn State. So I was listening to the radio the other day, and I was hearing how they said something about the greatest finals run ever is the Mavs, and how, like, it's a Dallas radio station. Shout out to 105.3. And they talking about how Mavs, they don't get enough credit, because Mavs fans love bringing up this 2011 run they had with Dirk being excellent, and he fucking was excellent. He beat Portland Trailblazers. Brandon Roy and them were a solidified team, and he beat the Lake Show, Kobe and Powell. Swept the Lakers. That's all they keep talking about. They love this shit. Mavs fans, they die for this nostalgia or whatever the fuck you call it. They shout out to them. They won. And then they went on to beat the young Oklahoma City Thunder with KD and Russell Westbrook, and I think Harden was on that team. But either way, OKC was great. So those are like crazy runs in the Western Conference. And then they closed it out against Bron and D. Wade in historical fashion. It was definitely a Dirk, one of the greatest runs by an individual player. Shout out to Dirk for that. But damn, bro, I just don't feel like that's the greatest run. I just don't feel like that. I know that's what y'all feel like. But here we have the 2001 Lakers with Shaq and Kobe only losing one game to the AI in them. And, yeah, you could say those teams weren't as competitive as the other teams, but, bruh, they made them look non-competitive of how good the Lakers were at that time. Then you got 2017 Warriors run. Steph was on another planet, him and Clay, and they won that ship. 91 Bulls is another one. Mike starting out, they won in the finals against Magic and them, but that road against the Knicks and the journey they took, that was also tough. 16 Cavaliers. How do I have the Mavs run over the Cavaliers run? I understand that, it's a tough one. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to say the best one is the 01 Lakers, though. They were so dominant. But as far as I could see the point of the Mavs, that was a great run. But they say, they pushed the Lakers out, when they beat the Lakers. No, bro. The Lakers were a fucking mess, bro. And Miami Heat were a mess, bro. That was their first year together of that stature making it to the finals. And Braun wasn't mentally still there yet. I'm not hating on them. Mavs run was crazy. But, they don't really bring up those things, you know what I'm saying? I really think that Mavs run was one of the best, but it wasn't the best, straight up. Mike and them, when they beat the Pistons and shit, and then had to go play Magic. And I know Magic was on his way out. He was older. The Lakers weren't the Lakers, but still, Mike beat so many people, on that run. And then another team, 95-96 Houston Rockets. It's a good debate is what I'm trying to say. Mavs are in this debate, but I don't like how the radio station is just like, Mavs had the best run ever. It's not even close. Dirk took down Kobe. Dirk took down LeBron. Dirk took down Kevin Durant. Those are great-ass players to take down. Kudos to Dirk. But do they not remember how the fuck they were shooting the rock? Jason Terry could not miss. Barea looked like fucking Steve Nash. Peja Stojakovic was hitting everywhere. Tyson Chandler was blocking every shot, grabbing every fucking rebound. Jason Kidd was the general of the whole team. Even though he was older, he developed his three-point shot, pass-making ability. Yes, Dirk was great. For damn sure he was the best player on the team and the best player on the court, you know? But, like, let's not forget the pieces he had when y'all are mentioning, oh, Kobe had Shaq. Oh, Mike had Pippen. Oh, Bron had Kyrie, which he did. But, like, Bron came back on the Warriors 3-1 and won 3 in a row to make it 4-3. Does that count for anything? The Warriors, they were, like, the Warriors. Like, they were so dominant. They won 70-fucking-3 games that season. Does that count for anything? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I know, man, the Mavs, they got a bias, it's the city. We live in it. But, like, damn, bro, I don't know, that shit be kind of pissing me off how, like, they be feeling like they just entitled to everything. Shout out to Dirk, though. I fuck with him. That was a hell of a run. What I'm trying to say is it's a great debate. You got 6 or 7 teams in there, honorable mention teams that I haven't mentioned. Maybe the Pistons with Isaiah when they won. But it's something that, could spark up a good debate. So, yeah, that's pretty much, what I had to cover for today. Keeping it, simple. But if, you want me to talk about a specific topic, let me know in the comments. Just comment below. So make sure you subscribe if you're watching. Like or share, whatever you want to do. And, the page is down on the bottom. Mr. O. Ishmael, get you right to my YouTube, get you to my shorts, my reels, my videos, my edits, everything. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers pretty quick. We had like 351, so we getting to it, but let's just keep getting to it. You feel me? Let's really get to it. And then I'll get more creative with the episodes. I know, right now it's just a bunch of talk, and sometimes that could get boring to a viewer. I know the attention span in 2024 ain't like, what people want to hear. There's a lot of content out there. A lot of people making great content out there. So I respect that and I respect their hustle. But if you are watching this, just let me know some of the debates, some of the topics. But yeah, this has been another episode of Hoop and Sports Talk for Days. I go by the name of Omar. Also go by the name of Izzy. Just call me Izzy. I'm out. Peace.